What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 4th day of October today, and here we are at about 13.2 cents. You know, back here, if we're looking at this, we got about 10 minutes left in the day, by the way. It's about, by the end of this video, it'll be a new day. Originally, when we got up to this area, I was expecting that we'd pull back to 12 cents or below, something in this kind of zone here, maybe in support with this, or, you know, even in conjecture with this back here, something in this kind of zone. But we went down, we didn't persist, there was no volume, we continued to move up. A lot of volume here to sell, but you continue to move up anyways. Now there's no volume at all. Typically in situations like this where there's no volume at all, you're about to break out one way or the other. And I was looking at this chart before I made this video, and I was having a hard time deciding which direction it is. So bear with me. There's going to be some confliction whenever it comes to what we're deciding. Looking at the price, I would think we want to break out to the upside. Just like my intuition and just from my experience as a technical analyst, what I would say is I think we want to move up. But when we look at the 1 hour RSI, we clearly have a downtrend, lower lows and lower highs. And we're basically at the top of that downtrend. Typically, downtrends end in the oversold zone with bullish divergence. Typically, not always, but typically. Typically, uptrends end in the overbought zone with bearish divergence. Not always, but typically. I mean, here you've actually got a couple uptrends right here that you got to the overbought zone, and then you hit some bearish divergence there. That was the end of it right there. Oversold zone, no bearish divergence or bullish divergence. Oversold zone, no bullish divergence there. But with a range more pronounced like this, it's more common to get this kind of stuff. So the 1 hour RSI is making me bearish. The price action is making me bullish. The stochastics on the 1 hour are making me bullish. It depends on what we do. You know, if you cross here, you find resistance here, that would look bad because you're finding resistance where you found support previously, or at least in that area. But this would make me think you want to continue higher. And if you continue higher like this, and you get into the overbought zone like that, you're going to be at new highs. You're going to be breaking out to the upside. And Sunday's going to be a good day. The MACD is also bouncing off the zero, but it's on the 1 hour time frame. However, this does look to be rather well respected. We do have support on all of these points on the oscillator here and higher lows throughout. I mean, if this was on any other time frame, if this is the daily or the weekly time frame, I would say that's a great looking MACD. I would be itching to buy right now. Plus the stochastics. The RSI is the one thing holding me back, but again, everything else seems very bullish. We look at the 4 hour time frame, and the RSI here is a little bit more bearish, I would say. Because here you've got your uptrend, but you've broken out of it. Or is this your uptrend? You know, it depends on how you want to look at it. Stochastics are coming down. That would be bearish, and you just crossed red on the MACD. I'm at my odds ends here. I don't know. Let's look at this. Let's zoom out a little bit. Maybe the daily time frame. And of course, we are here where we would expect to find resistance, right? Or are you just above it? Let's see. Let's draw a line that makes sense. Is this a line that... I feel like I keep drawing this line. This line makes a lot of sense. But then this line, that line. Is it more like that? See, this is why I hate diagonal lines. Let's throw the diagonal line out of the equation. Let's just put a line right here. Prior support, right below prior support there, and resistance there, turbulence right here, some turbulence right here. I would think we hold up here a little bit, but man, if we get above 13.7 cents, we're going to be moving higher, no doubt about it. Or maybe we move a little bit higher and then we pull back down to here. I don't know. We could either, well, one of two things is going to happen. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor with Cookie. Either we're going to continue to consolidate for a few more days, maybe a week at the most, but a few more days is what I would guess. And then we move up. Or starting tomorrow, Sunday, we're going to be moving up. And if we move down lower than any lows we've seen over the past 48 hours, I doubt that we go below like 11.3. I doubt we get below these lows here, which are at the lowest. It's about 11 cents actually at the lowest. I doubt we get below 11 cents. Low to high. I would even take it a step further and say 11.1 cents. I doubt we get below 11.1 cents. The daily time frame, as far as the indicators are concerned, the RSI is neutral, but bearishly inclined. You're in a bullish area right now, but overall, again, bearishly inclined because you do live below the zero. You haven't been overbought at any of your recent attempts, and you've been getting at least around the oversold zone more recently. You're at a point to find resistance here, and where you found resistance before here, and where you found support before here. So you're at a point where you could find turbulence, and on the price action, it makes sense. Stochastics are here. MACD is shaping up to be bullish, but you're not quite in bullish territory yet. This does not help me. I don't know if you're watching this video and you're thinking, man, what direction is this thing going to go? Just tell me, C-Zar, because I can't. Something in me wants to say that tomorrow we're going to break out, but the indicators I feel like are holding me back from saying that. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Maybe tomorrow's boring. In fact, let's do this. Let's see how every Sunday's played out since June. Well, that's off to a good start. 13% up. Sunday, three green Sundays in a row, 1 red, 4, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 green, 9 green, 10. 11 green Sundays, 2 red ones so far. 11 to 3, 12 to 3, 12 to 4, 13 to 4, 14 to 4. So Sunday's normally good to us, you guys. Whether it's a little bit or a lot of bit good, it's normally good to us. That's crazy. I don't feel like I'm going with the grain by calling for the price to go down. I'm just hesitant. What I don't want to do is this, okay? And this is why I'm having a hard time. I very much believe we are clearly on the precipice of breaking out and seeing some phenomenal price action. I undoubtedly believe that. However, if tomorrow, Sunday, actually the next day, Monday, we open up and we move down, I don't want people to freak out. Because we could move up a little bit from here tomorrow, Sunday. And then Monday we can move back down. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday we're breaking out. I don't want to say that we're in breakout time right now and then we do something opposite of that and people freak out at the worst possible time, because odds are that little bit right there or this little bit right here, that's going to be the load up before the big move happens. Getting away from all the confusion, let's talk about something that I'm more comfortable with, I guess. I don't know. More assured of. Why can't I talk? What I'm more certain of, what I believe more strongly, regardless of what happens over the coming days. I'm very confident Cookie Down moves up overall, but I'm not so confident what happens over the next couple days. We could either move sideways, we could move up a little bit, probably not above 14.5 cents, or we can move down a little bit, probably not below 11.1 cents, but something in that range, I think, over the next couple of days. And then going forward, going into the rest of this month, I would expect that we do reach for new all-time highs. We're at 13.2 cents now. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if we saw something at 32 cents, maybe by the end of next week or the following week, and something at like 49, 50 cents to 64 cents by the end of the month. If we're not here by the end of October, it's because we're higher. It's very possible that we could see higher prices, right? $1.65 or more by the end of October is something that we're also anticipating, but the door is kind of open-ended on that, right? We could see these targets being achieved going into the end of the year rather than the end of October. It just depends on how robust this altcoin market gets going. If things happen the way I think they will, we will be at new all-time highs, or at least somewhere around this area by the end of October, reaching for higher targets, $3.90 to $10 by the end of the year, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Clearly, if we're here by the end of the month, I think it's obvious that this is where we will be by the end of the year. If we're here by the end of the month, we will likely be here by the end of the year. That'd be my guess, somewhere at this line or somewhere in this zone up here. All in all, though, very bullish prospects ahead. I'm not worried about the price action at all. And the one thing that I am worried most about is missing out on the bull run with this thing, because from a high to a low, we're at very appetizing prices. The estimated end of cycle target would be something at about $20, and that's about 150x from here, $20 and beyond, right? If we're here, if we're at $7 to $10 by the end of the year, that'd be a very small ask, I think, to get to $20 or more by the end of the cycle. From here, a $7, $7.56 would be about a 55, 56x, and then a $10 price would be about a 73, 74x, something like that. That's a good minimum, I think, but $20 is probably what we're going to see, if not more. That'd be my expectation. Anyways, guys, I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Very much expecting higher prices to come by the end of this month and certainly by the end of the year. We've got more to go in early 2026 and going into Q2 of 2026. That's when I think the cycle top will be. This week is coming to an end. We've got 23 hours, 59 minutes left. It is a brand new day. It is the 5th now of October with 30 seconds into the day about here. Hopefully this week can come up a little bit and we can actually close. I'll tell you what, if we could close above this right here, that would be very awesome to see. If we can bullishly engulf last week, that would be, I think, a good accomplishment to have. But again, I'm not so certain of what happens today or tomorrow or the next day. We're probably going to move sideways a little bit. Anyways, take care, you guys. Thank you all. Bye-bye.